Hey everyone, my name is Sean Cecil from the Oculus Institute, and today I'm going to teach you how to make good decisions. Okay, so as humans, we have to go through life. We have to make all kinds of decisions every day. They even have a term called decision fatigue, when you've had to make so many decisions that your decision-making quality goes to hell in a handbasket. Well, today I'm going to teach you how to make effective decisions without expending more effort than you need based on the situation at hand. So before we dive into this, we first have to understand that there are three different types of decisions that it's possible to make. So the first type of decision is a trivial decision. It's one that really doesn't have that much impact on your life. Hey, where are we going for dinner tonight? 5 years from now, you're not even going to remember. It's just not relevant, right? This is not that big a deal. And sometimes you see people get really caught up in these decisions and it becomes a big thing, and that's a massive waste of energy. So don't do that. The second type of decision is what we can call a significant decision. So this may be something like, hey, am I going to buy this new house with a 10-year mortgage or a 30-year mortgage, right? Am I going to buy this house or that house? Am I going to sometimes in some positions, am I going to take a promotion or not? These are things that require weighing pros and cons. These are things that may require spreadsheets, right, in certain financial situations. They're decisions that will have a major impact on your life. They're decisions where you look back in 5 years and you will remember them. But the key about these significant decisions is that there's a set of criteria that matter to you that you can assess them by. And when all is said and done, those criteria are going to be the same as they were when you started. Which brings us to the last type of decision, which is what's called a transformational decision. Now, the thing about a transformational decision is that the outcome of that decision is one that will change you so much that the person that you're going to be on the other side of it is not going to have the same values and criteria as the person at the beginning, right? This is something that opens up a massive amount of personal growth that allows you to evolve in ways that you can't even conceive of at the outset, right? So this could be something like who you marry, right? This could be something like, signing up to go through a process that's going to radically evolve your way of thinking, right? Those are the kinds of things that are transformational decisions. For me, one of the most transformational decisions I ever made was to join a particular community of people who, were, I knew they were exceptional. I didn't realize how exceptional they were. And the growth that's come out of me being in that community is something I could never have foreseen, right? So those are the three kinds of decisions. So how do you make each decision? Well, it turns out that there are also three kinds of ways of thinking about it, right? So one way of thinking about a decision is emotional, right? Now, you don't want to be making emotionally impulsive decisions on things that are going to have major impact in your life, right? I think it's all pretty obvious. But if you're talking about something like a trivial decision, like where are we going to eat dinner? Yeah, you can make that decision emotionally. Don't spend any time on it. It's really quick. It's really easy. Just, I feel like Chinese food. Great, go get Chinese food, right? Now, when we go up to the significant decisions, you can't just rely on emotional impulse. If you're trying to make your investment strategy based on emotional impulse, you're screwed, right? So that's the kind of thing where you want to use the second type of way of making decisions, which is cognitive. This is where you think about things. This is where you make a list of pros and cons. This is where you do your analysis, right? And that's how you make good decisions at that level, right? That's why, the best people for financial decision-making always use spreadsheets, right? Because spreadsheets a very cognitive thing. You're thinking about stuff. But what about transformational decisions? The problem with transformational decisions is that you can't rely on the cognitive because you don't even have the criteria by which you're going to judge it against, right? And so since you don't even have the criteria by which you're going to judge it against, there's no way you can make a spreadsheet. There's no way you can do an analysis because you're going to be a different person on the other side. And so that means that you have to rely on the last type of decision making, which I call spiritual intuition. Now, people have to differentiate. It's very hard to know what spiritual intuition is until you've had practice with it, but I can give you some tips on how to differentiate it from emotional intuition and cognitive intuition. So emotional intuition is very insistent. It's almost like pushy, kind of like a pushy car salesman, right? It's not calm and relaxed. Cognitive intuition, which is built from like just having seen a bunch of stuff and just your brain doing pattern recognition, isn't pushy, but it has this sense of familiarity. It has this sense of, oh, I've seen this before. The thing about spiritual intuition is that it's not pushy and it's not based in familiarity. It's not based in, oh, I've seen this before. And it may not be something that you're able to access at this point. If you have a lot of emotional and cognitive chaos in your system, if your thoughts and emotions aren't well ordered, then you're not going to be able to hear this, right? You may have to do some work to reduce the static in the radio in order to hear it. But I can assure you that is a skill that will be very, very useful in life, because that's what's going to allow you to make the right choices at those transformational decisions in your life that have more of an impact than everything else put together.
Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's something that resonated with you, maybe a new connection that you made or some information that shifted your perspective, if you found value here, then I want to give you one last gift. So I've put together a free diagnostic that I call a Checkup with the Career Doctor. Short list of questions, and as you answer them, it's going to give you a readout of where you stand on the important metrics of career fulfillment, right? How happy are you with your job and how good a fit is it, right? Financial success, which we all know, and then internal alignment, which is your level of inner peace and the inner resources that you have to bring to creating the life that you want. Additionally, it's also going to show you which areas you can improve on to get those metrics moving in the right direction, as well as how can we at the Oculus Institute help you make progress. So it's totally free, 100%. All you have to do is just go to www.oculusinstitute.com/purpose quiz, right? No spaces, no dashes, just oculusinstitute.com. That's OCULUSINSTITUTE.com/purpose quiz. And you can take it totally for free. You'll get a free report sent to you. And then at the end, it will give you some next steps of what you can do to reach out so that we can help you create the career of your dreams.